What's going on, y'all? Corporate Like Entertainment. Today's episode is about a widely, very popular topic about abortion. I'm your host, Phil Roberts.
I'm Manny.
I know everybody know about the abortion bill. I don't think they know really the details of it, but everybody got a different opinion on it. We just gonna give you our opinion, our unbiased opinion, and I think my personal opinion, if history is right, I know back in the 50s and 60s, females wasn't even allowed to take any type of birth control or anything. The government kind of had a law against that. And I know back then, there wasn't a lot of feminism at all. It was a male-dominated industry, environment, government, all that. Times is slightly changing, but I feel like indirectly, subconsciously, times we're going right back into that mentality. I feel like if a female wants to get an abortion, that is her business. That's, maybe it was my mistake, they got raped, whatever the case. Even if you get raped, you can't still get an abortion after 6 weeks. Sometimes a female don't know if they're pregnant till about 6 weeks. So I think it's very unfair. I feel like there's a bunch of old white men on the panel signing these bills and passing these laws. I feel like a woman should be able to do what she wants to do. And I just think it's really, I think it's biased. Because we know the majority of people getting abortions are African Americans. So I just think it's I think it's unfair. I think it's kind of crazy, actually. It kind of reverting back to the past. Because again, back then, there wasn't allowed to, there wasn't no birth control pills, nothing. You got pregnant back then, you got pregnant back then. That was it. So, what you guys' take on it?
To me, I just feel like a man shouldn't be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of wild to me. Like we all individual people. Like I feel like a man shouldn't have control over, or say so what a woman does with her body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Like in the Alabama law, if I read it correctly, like they said, like even if it's like incest or something like that they can't get an abortion.
Yeah, that's true. That's wild to me. That's crazy.
To me, that just speaks to like the whole South mentality period. Like it's a disgusting ass, like this. It's just disgusting, man. In my opinion, like how you can tell a woman she can't get a abortion if she was raped or a family member raped her, like that. To me, that's just fucking, that's nutty as hell to me.
And to go piggyback on that, like you said, I read it too. The incest, even if it's incest,
shit though,
you
man.
can't do it.
Yeah, they got they still go through like a lot of like old school like stuff that's from the old school still. They
cities like Macon, Alabama and shit. Like those are the worst ones. And I'm not to cut y'all off. Like the whole incest thing. If you have sex with sister, brother, and sister, the baby comes out the forms. Because the chromosomes, it comes out the form. So you gotta tend to a sick baby at this age, whether they're gonna have Down syndrome or other fucking disease. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's unfair. Unless the government go help take care of that child, which we know is not going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
If they did, that shit shouldn't.
Exactly.
That's disgusting, man.
Yeah, that shit is
wild.
wild.
No disrespect to the South, but just Alabama as a whole, it just seems like a disgusting ass place. Seriously. Yeah. You could tell a woman she can't get an abortion if she was raped by like her father or some shit like that, or her uncle. Like, come on, man.
Cleveland got that law too.
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
we got that law too.
We got the same thing.
Yeah, Cleveland disgusting too, then shit.
Yeah, I think that's.
Tell a woman that her father, her uncle, or something rape her, and she can't get an abortion. Like that shit is crazy as fuck to me.
Man, I let him go first. And the thing is, like, a lot of that stuff that he was saying, I actually was going to say damn near the same thing. Like, I don't know. Bottom line, like, you shouldn't be able to, we live in a free country.
Supposedly.
Yeah, supposedly. And we have rights to stuff. Like, and it's like the government, they have rights, revoke rights, then approve of things, and just a lot of hypocritical stuff going on.
Yeah, and like it's just
by them doing that though, it's basically taking away like women's rights. Like
yeah,
that's what I said. Like you got amendments that give women's rights, and then now you wanna throw this in, but it's like,
see, my thing is, it's like, say for instance, a woman, you know, young, maybe like 14, 15 years old, you know, she having sex, she shouldn't be having, you know, obviously she shouldn't be having sex at that age, but it's like she happened to get pregnant. How can you tell her that she has to keep a baby? Like she will be a baby raising a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like how can you tell that woman or girl like what she can or can't do with her body? If she feels she's not ready for a kid, she shouldn't be forced to have to bring a kid into this world. Cause for real, 9 times out of 10, most of these women that's unfit parents, they not ready to be mothers anyway. So now you're gonna ask a 14, 15, 16-year-old girl to be a mother now? Like, come on, now, that don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me. It just don't.
And you know, I like to play devil's advocate all the time. Like, you know, abortion rates is really high. A lot of females are careless. So is men.
I mean, abortion rate.
Men are careless too.
Abortion rate, it's ridiculous though.
Yeah.
It is really ridiculous.
So, again, devil's advocate, you blame the government for passing that bill, kind of?
I can, because my thing is like, I much rather, even though I'm against abortions, but I much rather a woman decide a few weeks into being pregnant, okay, I'm not ready to be a mother, than to actually go through 9 months having and carrying a baby, and then she be a piece of shit mom. Like, what's the point?
I get that.
What's the point? Like if a woman knows for a fact she's not ready to be a mother, you know, why force her to have the baby? Like, that makes no sense to me.
But because, again, you know when you have sex, you know what you're doing.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, and that's true. But again, 9 times out of 10, a woman knows whether she's ready or wants to have a baby or not.
You think?
Sometimes,
yeah, for the most part.
Sometimes people don't know if they ready to have a kid. Because I done seen many cases of people having kids that thought they was ready, and then when the shit got real, and you know, the postpartum depression disorder comes kicking in. But like he was saying, I'm just playing devil's advocate.
And I get it, but you know, I don't know. I just feel like a woman should have rights to do.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing either on that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the government kills me with this land of the free stuff, and then you just making people just do stuff.
Yeah, like you mentioned the amendments. There's rights. It's female rights in that.
Yeah, they fought for that.
Like the First Amendment, it's freedom of speech, religion, and press. We ain't got that shit. You mention God on some shit or some type of religion, they ain't trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you get pulled over, you can't even say shit. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't none of that shit. It's just a falsified belief now. For real. Like, it's just wild to me. And I know the outrage now is that females are mad is that men are trying to control them. And I can see that.
Yeah, but the females gotta kind of relax on that one though, because you can't just go into the straight up male bashing on that behalf.
But they are.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I know that, and we really don't know who all is in that approving of these bills.
It's old white man. I seen the picture. It's old white man, but still though, like if you so worried about getting an abortion, you know the when you have sex, you know you can either A, get an STD, or B, get pregnant. You know the chances.
True. But
you know the chances.
But again, a woman should still have rights over her own body.
Yeah, I agree.
You know because a lot of times women get tricked as well by a nigga. They be all into the female, and it's like, you know, oh yeah, you know, I want to get you pregnant. You know, you have my baby, and then once she found out they're pregnant, it's like, oh, I ain't asked for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so then that puts the woman in a compromising position. It's like, well, damn, I thought this is what we both wanted, but it's not. So I can't raise a baby on my own, so why still have the baby?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Again, bottom line, we all individuals. I feel like I should be able to do what the fuck I want to do, and same for you, Manny. To be able to do, and women should be able to, you know what I'm saying? They should have rights over their body, what the fuck they want to do. I mean, obviously, you know, if you have an unprotected sex, you're either gonna, you know, get pregnant, or you may get an STD if that person is not being truthful, whatever. But again, at the end of the day, you should have rights of what you want to do with your, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's simple.
I agree with you. I think.
I don't disagree with you at all.
I'd like to play both sides of the fence and get maybe. You only get to see a different perspective. You know what I'm saying, when you do that, but
our government it's
horrible.
It's
probably one.
It's just controlling, like.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, you know, and these females are bashing men, and I ain't gonna lie, females kill me, man. But they have a point with certain stuff, and the other stuff they just be like, what? So what if I know? Men do get raped. It's not as unlikely.
Men get raped?
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of.
It's not unlikely though.
That's just weird though.
Yeah, I know it sounds weird.
It's weird because you the
taboo. That's a taboo.
It's
a taboo. And no, the thing is, like, we as men have the key, so it's like it's just weird. Like, you could get. I don't know.
It's not. I'm not gonna say it's unlikely, but it's more common than what people think. It's just not reported as often. That's the thing. So what if a female tricked the dude and she get pregnant? He didn't want the baby. So
that happens.
So what's gonna happen then?
That's something to do though.
If he got raped?
No. You saying if he got raped?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Cause there's ways. There's ways. Trust me. There's ways. Like, to put the baby on, like, it's ways. So it's like, what happens then? The dude didn't want the baby, or the dude does want the baby, and the female, you know what I'm saying?
But in a nutshell, I feel like you should know the person you laying down with. That just
most people don't do that.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's bottom line. You should know the person you laying down with, because, you know, if you just fucking random bitches sticking your raw dick in random bitches, like, I mean, anything's susceptible to happen. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the bottom line, you should know who you laying down with. That's simple.
Yeah, that is true.
That's very simple. It don't.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of things are simple and they just don't.
I feel like at the end of the day, because, I mean, come on now. Some of this shit is just goofy to me, man.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
It's goofy.
Some of it. It is. Most of it. Shit.
It is goofy, man. I know. I just feel like I think people, especially in the South, the old racism, that hardcore racism shit, you know what I mean, compared to the Midwest and up north.
Shit, Ohio is a racist state.
Hell yeah, it is. It is, definitely is. It's just, you know,
it's racist as hell in Ohio.
Yeah, I think they're trying to revert back to that. I think because Trump is in office, these Caucasians or Europeans they feel empowered. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a ridiculous bill to even pass. Again, because a female don't know if they're pregnant even at 6 weeks. You know, the period might come a week and a half late, like it happens. Yeah, I know we've all seen it happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Some population control.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like over there in it's not really taboo though. Like across the world though, you know, Asia, Japan, like them countries, you only can have like 2 kids or something.
Yeah. I think it was just one at one point. I think it's 2 now.
And if you have more than one, it has to be like a girl or something like that. They'll make an exception if it's like a girl or something like that for a third kid.
Yeah.
Like them Asian, them spots in Asia, like you can't have more than 2 kids.
Yeah, that shit wild. That shit, man. That's our show for today, man. Just want to talk real brief on the abortion bill. I know it's been a hot topic and shit. But,
it's been
a
hot topic. That's an understatement.
Yeah, so we appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all watch the show, share it, like it, subscribe. Whole bunch of content coming soon. Different shit in the works. Just come fuck with us, man. We appreciate the love. I can say y'all shit.
Yeah, like I always say, subscribe,
Word
smash.
man.
No, you're gonna just keep bringing it. This was a very good topic to bring up. It was very important to bring up just because of just the whole government thing and then the women's rights. So it's pretty bothering for the women's right movement. So
That's how subscribe to Corporate Like and join the sports Facebook group, Sports Overtime with a Z. And yeah, man, that's it for the day.